To get started with the building section, you want to open up your exterior elevations. And after you do so, you want to save it as building section. To do that, up here in the top right corner, drop down save and choose save as, and just give it a name of building section. After you've done so, make sure that your file name up here in the taskbar has changed to be building section. Next thing that I want to do is go to my XREF palette and turn off the visibility of my floor 1. I don't need that. Looks like I have a few little lines left over. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those, as well as these extra windows that we have over here off to the side. Our building section is only going to focus on our south elevation. Now, you could delete your other elevations, but it's not necessary. I'm just going to leave mine. Looking back at the document, it tells us to erase and trim all of the lines except for the outline of the building. What we're going to do is take this elevation, we didn't draw the foundation, and we're going to trim it to look similar to this. To do so, just simply zoom in and start deleting and trimming. So I'm going to get rid of these doors. I'm going to get rid of all of my railings. I'm going to get rid of my windows and columns. I'm going to get rid of this door and column. Get rid of these windows. These windows. This chimney that you see in the document that's back here is that second chimney that we had before. Now, we won't be able to see ours. We did not draw the chimney that's inside the living room. When you do a section view, what you're truly doing is you're taking the floor plan and you are cutting it like a knife right through the building itself. And so what you could do is remove the front half of that building and then look into the building as if you're looking up. Well, since this chimney is in front of that cut line, we won't even be able to see it in our document. So we actually want to get rid of this chimney here as well. Going back to what the perimeter is supposed to look like, or the outline, we have our garage outline, we have our mudroom roof, we have the building outline, we have the foyer, that's behind the cut line, we have our little roof over our porch, one column, 2 lines for our porch, and that's it. So I've got a few more little things that I need to trim up and delete. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I'm going to get rid of that one for a second and fillet these to where they connect. I'm going to get rid of these 2 lines here, these inner lines there, this little roof line there. I'm going to trim to where I just have the outline, so there and there. Same thing over here. I want to get rid of these interior lines on the garage, as well as the siding material lines. Trim those things off, and then extend my porch back on over. It looks like I got rid of one extra line over here on my column. I'm just going to copy this one instead of redrawing a new one over. All right, so your outline should end up looking like this. Once you have that, we're going to create some layers. Let's go ahead and take a look at which layers we need to make. So we want 3 layers: G-delt heavy, G-delt medium, and G-delt light. Detail, sorry. If we come over here to the layers that we currently have, we have G-delt heavy, or G-detail heavy, and G-detail medium. We just need a new layer called G-detail light, and we want to make that one red. So create a new one, caps lock on, G-detail light, and make that one red. What we're going to do is we're going to put heavy lines on the white layer, medium lines on the green layer, and light lines on the red. Now the way that we know between what we're going to be doing are these things here. lines in section, or things in section, those are the ones where we're physically cutting. Those should be in the heavy layer. Things in elevation, those should be kind of middle of the road, things we can see beyond that cut line. And then any hatch pattern are going to be the lightest lines. Well, we don't have any hatches. In a regular AutoCAD, we would. So we would still want to be able to create that G detail light layer. And looking at my drawing, I have two lines that I need to kind of just trim up for now. And those are going to be the two lines that I still have extended throughout my, I guess my lower roof. Right, so I just want to draw a line randomly over here. And I can use that line to trim these things off. I'm still in my railing layer. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. So here's the layers that we want. These lines here are going to be cut in section. We're actually cutting through those. We're cutting through here. We're cutting through there. We are kind of using these. We'll talk about that in a second. Those will be cut. The patio, or not the patio, but the column is not being cut. This roof here is being cut, so is that. The foyer itself that sticks out is not, but the second story is. So I need to be very careful when I zoom in here and get just those lines for when I change my layer. All right, so these lines here we want to place into, by going to properties and dropping down our layer into G-delt heavy, or G-detail heavy. Right, so we should have our column. Oops, I got one more. G-detail heavy. Right, and even these lines here, because that's still part of the roof. Those should be in G-detail heavy. All right, so the column pretty much in the foyer. Right, those are the ones that are beyond, and they're in our elevation view, not in our section view. All right, trim yours up, make it look like this.